Well, hello, friends. Welcome to Uplift Moment. I'm Travis Burmaster. This is your time to pause, breathe, and reconnect with who you are becoming. Each episode is a reminder that growth does not happen all at once. It happens quietly, gradually, and beautifully through the choices you make every day. Today's message is called Power in Peace. We live in a world that celebrates noise. The louder we speak, the more we seem to matter. But peace is not found in the noise. Peace is found in the pause. From a young age, we're told to push, to hustle, to never stop moving. And yes, there are seasons for action, moments where bold leadership is needed. But there are also seasons where the most powerful thing you can do is be still. Being still doesn't mean doing nothing. It means trusting that what you've already planted is growing, even when you can't see it. Peace doesn't mean you've surrendered the battle. It means you've chosen to engage it differently. There are times when life calls you to roar, to take a stand, to speak up, to move forward with confidence, even when the odds look impossible. But there are also times when life whispers, "You don't have to fight this one. Let it unfold." That's when peace becomes your protection. Because sometimes the roar can move mountains, but the stillness can part seas. When you think about it, peace is not passive. It's an active decision to stay centered even when the world around you feels like it's spinning too fast. Peace is choosing your response. Instead of reacting to the moment, it's taking that deep breath before you send the text, make the call, or take the next step. And maybe that's what makes peace so powerful. It's steady when everything else is shaking. I remember a time in my life when everything felt like a race to prove myself, to produce more, to make things happen faster. I believed rest was for later, that peace was something I'd earn after success. But the harder I worked, the more restless I became. I'd wake up early, stay up late, and tell myself I was being productive. But really, I was running on empty. I was mistaking motion for progress. Then one morning, I paused long enough to listen. I took a walk without my phone, without any agenda. The air was quiet, the world felt slower. And I realized peace isn't the reward for victory. Peace is the path to it. That moment changed how I approach everything. I stopped viewing calm as laziness. I stopped equating silence with failure. And I started to see peace as a signal that I was aligned, that I was in rhythm with what mattered most. When you move from striving to trusting, something shifts inside you. You begin to lead with calm confidence instead of anxious effort. You stop forcing things to happen and start allowing them to unfold. And ironically, that's when real progress begins. Because peace has power. It gives you perspective. It helps you see clearly. It grounds your decisions. It turns chaos into clarity. And it doesn't just change how you feel. It changes how you show up. People sense it. When you lead from peace, they hear it in your tone. They see it in your eyes. You stop leading through stress and start leading through presence. Maybe today, you're carrying something heavy, a dream that hasn't happened yet, a goal that feels out of reach, or a situation that's beyond your control. You've tried everything you know, and still, the doors haven't opened. This might not be a season to push harder. It might be a season to rest in trust, to let peace lead the way. Leading boldly doesn't always mean doing more. Sometimes it means trusting more. Trusting that life hasn't forgotten you. Trusting that what you can't control is still working quietly behind the scenes. Trusting that peace is not the absence of progress. It's the assurance that progress is already in motion. If you're listening right now and you feel worn out, I want to encourage you. Take one thing today that's been weighing on your heart and release it. Say to yourself, I'm trusting the process. I'm letting peace take the lead. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself setting that burden down. Feel the weight lifting from your shoulders, the stillness returning to your breath, the calm washing over your thoughts. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. You'll be amazed at what happens when you stop trying to carry it all alone. Peace begins where control ends, and that peace will center your heart and mind, not just emotionally, but spiritually. You'll find that when you rest in peace, strength returns. Your creativity comes back. Your patience deepens. Your perspective widens. You stop reacting and start responding with grace. And maybe, most importantly, you begin to enjoy the journey again. You stop waiting for happiness to show up at the finish line and start finding it in the moment you're in. Power without peace can burn you out. Peace without power can make you passive. But when you blend the two, that's when you walk in balance. It's not either or, it's both and. There's a time to roar and a time to rest, a time to move and a time to be still, a time to speak and a time to listen. When you learn to discern those moments, you start leading your life with rhythm, not rush, not resistance, but rhythm. And in that rhythm, you'll discover a steady strength, a quiet confidence, a power that doesn't need to shout to be heard. Because peace is presence. It's being fully where your feet are. It's trusting that you are exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment. So today, remember this. Peace is not weakness. Peace is wisdom. Peace says, I don't have to prove anything. I already belong. Lead boldly when you're called to lead. Rest confidently when you're called to trust, because both are acts of strength. You don't have to choose between power and peace. Both live within you, and when you let them work together, you rise stronger, calmer, and more centered than before. If this message encouraged you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that peace isn't giving up. It's trusting that life will meet you where you are. I'm Travis Burmaster, and this has been your Uplift Moment. Until next time, keep your heart open, your thoughts grounded, and your spirit lifted. Have a great week.